I mean, the whole thing is like, you can be a nerd about anything.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Nerdvana podcast. I'm your host, Gianni.
I'm your host, Terrell. How's it going,
And
guys? How's it going?
It's been a couple weeks,
A couple weeks. You look something's different about you. I just can't really place my teeth on it. I don't know.
Bro, just wait. So we're filming this in September, late October. I'm gonna get the bottom ones put in. So I'm gonna be braced up. I'm gonna be a real nerd out in this bitch.
Braced up is crazy, man.
Yeah, braced up, laced up. You know how it is, man. Yeah, it's part of life. I'd be lying if I said like this wasn't something that like a reason why I was holding off recording a podcast episode. Because like I'm gonna be honest with you, like my first 3, 4, 5 days with these things,
It's
I couldn't
painful,
really.
right? Yeah.
Oh, it sucked ass. I couldn't really talk normal.
You can
too.
feel
It's
each of your teeth slowly moving together, and it's fucking painful.
You can feel
Yeah.
each individual tooth all the time.
I couldn't
Like,
eat I couldn't eat solid food for like the first couple days. I couldn't.
Yeah, you can't. You don't ever think of yourself as having like 32. Oh, is it 32 teeth or some shit? But
I
like,
thought it was like 27, my guy.
anyway, I don't know. But you don't think of like each individual tooth until you have something touching them nonstop.
Yeah.
You
Moving
can
them
feel each.
constantly.
You can
Ugh.
feel each. You can feel each individual tooth all the time.
I
Which
do
it's
not
fine.
miss that feeling whatsoever.
Whatever. Let's get into the juice. Let's get into the stuff that we've been playing over the last couple weeks. 2 new games have come out. One game really good. One game not.
No, surprise.
What do you want to start? You start good or bad?
Let's
do you
start
want
with
to
the
start
good.
with?
Let's start with the good because
Yeah,
I'm
let's get
curious on this one for you because we have a Black Myth Wukong and I've been playing a fuck ton. But last time we talked, you said that you were still in chapter 1. How far are you into it now?
I've gotten to chapter 3 now. I've been playing a bit more.
Okay.
Been playing a bit more. I'll be honest. It has more to do with like my schedule more than it does like how much I enjoy the game. Plus, it's like it is a game that like you have to like. I don't know. It's like same thing with Elden Ring. I'll pick up Elden Ring and binge that for like 4 or 5 days, and eventually
Yeah.
I'm like my mind can't handle it anymore, so I need to like take a break and go back to it. Like I got stuck on that fucking snow serpent, whatever the fuck it was called, for like a minute.
On chapter 3?
I don't know which chapter. It was like a snow. It was like
Snow? Yeah.
the one on like the frozen lake.
Yeah,
fucking
that's the one I stopped on actually. Yeah, because
Yeah, that
finished-
took a lot out of me, and I just needed to like take a break because
I'm low key attempting. I'm low key attempting to do a do all the secret bosses. So chapter 2 took me a really long time to get through, but that's like I think 3 or 4, maybe even 5 secret bosses, and an entirely new like secret area that's not even optional. It's not even on the main quest line. It's pretty cool.
So let's
I
get
just
the
got
first.
to chapter 3.
Let's go. Look at the first thing out the way. Good game.
Yeah.
Great game. I would say it definitely met all my expectations. To be honest with you, so far what I've played, I've enjoyed. I think the one thing I do hate though is that every game with bosses now gets compared to like Elden Ring and Souls like and this and that. And I think
Yeah.
people need to understand that like video games are allowed to have bosses and have melee based combat without being a Souls game or like a Souls like
Yeah,
game.
this is definitely more God of War to me than a Souls. It's not. I don't think the combat is fun and interesting, but it's not as in depth as Elden Ring is at all. Like, not really. It's really you hit the medium light attack combo just so you can charge up your the aura or your whatever it was your chi.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck it's
to
called. It's like
charge
yeah.
up a heavy attack, and that's all the combat is. It's just spamming 2 buttons, which is like it's still fun. Don't get me wrong, the game is still fun, but it's not Elden Ring or Souls.
Yeah, the animations that you get while fighting are insane
It's
sometimes.
so cool, so satisfying.
Yeah,
in
like
game to
it
watch.
is really fun playing like this god character essentially. The way the game starts out, probably one of the dopest intros to a video game in a while. The first like 30 seconds you open the game,
Yeah, you
like,
play as
realize,
Sun Wukong. That's you play.
Yeah.
That's like the main character.
you realize like holy fuck, like this is apparently this is the character that Goku is based off of.
Yeah, pretty much every anime guy is like based off of this. He was the first like anime character before there was an anime. It was just
Which is
Chinese
crazy to
mythology.
me, and like it's so fun. Like I mean, you really I don't know. Once I heard someone say that and like I read into it, it makes so much sense now playing the game. Like it makes
Yeah.
so much sense. Like it's a monkey, a tail, Sun Wukong, like the way the combat, the aura, like
Aura.
I ain't gonna lie, just like it's like Goku with his robes and shit. Like I don't know, it's fun.
Deadass. I can
I
see
mean,
that.
you're not blasting Kamehamehas and shit at enemies, but there are a lot of like really cool spells you can use. Like
Enchantments, like you can
yeah,
transform
those
into like the bosses. Some bosses you kill, you can transform into them into the middle of combat. There is a shadow clone jutsu, literally shadow clone jutsu, which is like
yeah.
damn. Okay, so every anime got from got from Sun Wukong. I think it was
Also,
Journey. What was the story?
Journey to the
North.
something like. I mean,
Yeah,
it's based off of a book.
yeah, based off of a book.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name off the top of my head, but yeah, I mean, playing it like it lived up to the hype, in my opinion. But I mean, to be honest with you, it didn't have much hype around it. I mean, you
It
ask a lot.
didn't at all. No, I don't think so.
Surprisingly, I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about how good it is. I mean, and also the fucking headless guitar player, shit goes
That
fucking
shit goes
crazy,
hard.
bro.
I don't want to like redo it, but that shit goes hard.
That
It has
shit
stuck
goes
in my
hard.
head.
That headless fucking guitar player go crazy.
The
I mean,
banjo
playing,
dude.
yeah, playing the game is like definitely a lot more video gamey than I expected. I mean, I don't know. It's not a bad
It's a
thing.
boss rush game. I think it is boss after boss after boss. You fight little enemies here and there, but the point of the game is fighting bosses. That is the thing.
I think one thing I love though is that you would think it would get boring real fast, but my problem, my
It
not my problem, my
doesn't.
biggest, yeah, it's
It doesn't.
the diverse like biomes and the I don't know, just like Chinese like culture and like again, it's
It's
God
all
of
new
War.
to me. Yeah, it's all new to me. This type of shit.
Yeah, like, I don't know much about it. Like God of
Not at
War,
all.
obviously, like Northern mythology is in like everything. It's in
It's
Marvel
more mainstream.
movies.
It's
It's a lot
mainstream.
more mainstream than like the Chinese mythology, and I hope that's how you say it, or Mandarin mythology. I don't know what like the proper
It's I'm
terminology
pretty
is.
sure it's just Chinese mythology.
Yeah, but yeah, all that's like I don't know anything. I go into it. Everything's blind to me, and like all these things are based off
Yeah.
of real gods, and like it's I don't know, it's I mean, obviously like I think Buddha's in the game. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
it's
Buddha
again,
himself is the one that sent the people to kill Wukong in the first in the
yeah.
opening of the game. Buddha's the
So
one that
from what
sent
I
them. Yeah.
yeah, because from what I know about the story is Sun Wukong basically is like on this island or some shit, and he's basically there to rule as like a king or a ruler, but it's pretty much like just given to him as like a shut the fuck up and have this kind of thing.
Yeah, no, Son of Wukong was essentially a half he was pretty much like also a demigod, a half immortal,
Yeah,
half god. He was birthed from a rock, and then he pretty much was so strong and mischievous, kind of like Loki. Like he was just fucking around with the gods. So the gods gave him I think yeah, like you said, like a island or with
a kingdom
like a
essentially,
kingdom with but had a peach tree that the
yeah,
peaches gave immortality, and he ate all the peach tree seeds. So he was like
yeah,
essentially immortality times 10 or some crazy shit like that.
yeah. Eventually, Buddha's like, "Hey, yo, bro, you gotta, you gotta
Yeah.
go, bro, you gotta go." And the opening, I mean, I don't feel bad spoiling it because it's in the first 30 seconds of the game, and it's like
Opening's
all
dope.
over TikTok. Literally,
Yeah.
you hit start, the camera just pans around, and there's like a fucking god gauntlet right in front of you.
But notice in
Like
the
these,
opening fight, you didn't have a high health bar. The guy could
yeah,
have just kept on hitting you and hitting you because again, you're immortal. It's pretty
yeah,
dope. It was pretty dope.
yeah. Hearing him talk was interesting because I didn't think he would talk at all. I thought it was like a completely silent protagonist. But
Apparently,
like,
that was they made him talk and in a high pitched voice because the most popular one there was like a TV show about it in the '60s in China, and apparently in that rendition, Sun Wukong had a high pitched voice, so that's why they gave him a high pitched voice in the game.
I
And
didn't mind
apparently,
it.
yeah,
It's
it's pretty
fine.
good.
But again, I just didn't expect him to talk at all. That threw me off. And he was like, "You keep fucking with my guns." And he sounds like Frieza.
He
He
did.
sounds like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Straight up sounds
Yeah.
like Frieza to me.
Oh, so you played the
Which,
dub like, apparently sub is the way to play it, but like you have to like in
man,
Mandarin.
I can't
Yeah,
read
it's-
shit while I'm fucking mashing dodge buttons and
Yeah,
fuck.
I
Like
can't
listen,
either.
listen.
I tried.
I did it for. So I played Ghost of Tsushima the first time, and I wanted to play it. I wanted to play it subbed because I thought like, okay,
That's
it's
the way. This is
it's
the way.
Japanese, and like I wanted to hear the voice. And the voice acting's really good in Japanese, but the lip syncing wasn't matched, and so that kept throwing me off. They'd be
Also, Ghost of
talking in
Tsushima was originally made just in English.
exactly,
Okay,
but when the PS5 version.
The
Because apparently
remastered.
all the cutscenes were pre-rendered. That's why they couldn't have the lip
Yeah.
change. But for the PS5 version, the director's cut or whatever, the one that came with the DLC, they fixed that issue. And so I
That's
was
dope.
replaying the game in subbed, and for that game, it was fine. But again, it's a realistic samurai game
Yeah, exactly.
compared to one where like you have magic spells exploding in your face and you're jumping, doing backflips and shit, and your character's talking shit. I'm like, I'm not reading all that, bro. I can't read that and then react to a fucking boss picking me up and then slapping me across the fuck. Like some of the animations.
Since it's like half the time what they say to you is like literally like 40 AD poetry. So it's like
Yeah,
it's already
it's
like
really-
what
some
am
of the
I
lines are
listening
crazy.
to? So like
Yeah.
I'm already like reading, trying to read, and then fighting a boss fight. Like no, let me
Even
just
with
hear it.
English
Yeah. I
subtitles,
was
hearing
like, what?
English, I'm
It's
just like, what the fuck did he just call me? Like, I don't know. Like, man,
yeah, it is
I
very
got.
interesting. It was good. I mean, you know,
I will be honest with you though. Playing a game where they keep calling you a dumb monkey or some shit made me feel kind of a weird way playing the game. And no, it's not the intention. It's a
he's a dumb
Chinese.
monkey.
It's a
What are
Chinese.
you talking about?
But he's a monkey. He's actually a monkey. But I don't know. Something. I don't know.
He
Just
rubbed
the
you the
first
wrong way. Okay.
first fucking 10 minutes. Stupid monkey. I'm just like, it's the same thing when Frieza
Yeah,
says
it's
it in
literally
Dragon Ball Z.
Frieza, yeah, like
I just
Frieza.
feel weird. Like, I don't know. I feel weird here. I don't know. But it's a
He
great
is a
game.
monkey.
So far as I've played it, I've not beaten it, but that's because I've been trying to like play other stuff on the side as well. And yeah, I mean, I like it. Go out and get it. If you
Get it.
love if you love boss like type games, if you're a fan of again,
100%. It's a very.
it
it's a
sucks
good
saying
game.
like if I will say this, if you're a fan of Elden Ring, don't go into it thinking it's gonna be like Dark Souls or Elden Ring. It's not. It's gonna be more closer to a God of War, I would
God
say.
of War 100% closer to that. It's not really again. Stop comparing the two. Get that,
It's-
you know. But
You have the
don't-
same weapon the entire game essentially. You have a staff,
Yeah.
a metal staff. Like it's
That
essentially
or
like.
a spear type shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Elden Ring. You have so many different weapon types and shit. No, it's more like God of War. You have the frostbite axe for like most of the game, and then
Yeah.
eventually you get the chaos blades, and then
That's true.
I would say it's more comparable to the first God of War than the second one. in my
It is. Yeah,
opinion.
it is. When it comes to the simplicity of the combat, definitely more.
Even though
closer
the
to
combat is
first,
still
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, visually it's pleasing to look
It is
at.
simple.
Yeah, it is
But
simple.
that same thing with God of War though. God of War's combat is very simple, but it's still a great game.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's a good game.
that is.
Let's talk about the game that also there's another game that came out. This quadruple A game that you had to pay $120 just to get all the
Yes,
content.
our gods and savior Ubisoft made another fucking amazing game. This time
Yeah.
in the fucking Star Wars franchise. How the fuck they got like a fucking how they were able to even get the rights to make a game is beyond me for Star Wars, but they came up with Star Wars Outlanders?
Outlaws.
Outlaws. See, I don't even fucking know the game, but damn.
Star Wars Outlaws.
That
What do
shit
you
is-
listen? We have not played it because we have not seen anything really that positive about it. I've seen mixed things, but basically what I'm trying to say is like I'm not going to spend from what I've heard, a lot of the initial reactions were this game is a buggy fucking mess, and it was again. Ubisoft has this bad reputation of releasing games when they're not fucking finished.
That's just what they do
And, like,
now.
the-
It's part of their packaging deal. That's what we buy into.
But the bugs were like really bad. Like animation locks were terrible. The AI's fucking stupid. Like I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ubisoft. I feel like Ubisoft's one of those companies that used to be looked at as like one of the big three.
yeah,
and now it's
they
looked at as, like,
were
one of the bottom-
big three. They were, but
They had Far Cry 3, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Splinter Cell, even Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Like the first division was fine, but like
how
it's
the
like
mighty have fallen. Honestly,
that's sad. I don't know what I think Unity's what started it all for me.
if Unity
Unity was the first game where they introduced microtransactions.
that ass, damn, I
was
think
the
you might
first
be
game.
right. You might
Unity
be
was the
right.
first. They had stuff you could buy through the Ubisoft store, like the Ubisoft Play shit. You can remember when you get
yeah,
remember
but
when you get like remember Uplay when you would get like rewarded for playing their games.
Yeah.
They would give you these Uplay coins. You can like submit that in to get like cool skins unique to the fucking like
Yeah,
Uplay.
they did that.
Now they replaced that with an actual Ubisoft store where you have to buy all those things. I mean, some of the fucking like cosmetic DLCs in just Assassin's Creed Valhalla, for example, is so many. You look at that compared to Black Flag or like
So
Assassin's Creed
cartoony.
3.
Like you're literally fighting gods now. I mean, I get that. I mean, originally you do end up fighting a god in the like older fucking Assassin's Creed games, but now you're really fucking fighting Hera herself, fucking Zeus himself now. Like it's trying to be God of War, especially with Valhalla. That shit was a
It's
drag.
crazy because like I don't even blame like, the Star Wars IP, like Star Wars Outlaws in and of itself. I know you said yourself, like, if it doesn't have a lightsaber, like, what's the fucking point?
I think the essence of Star Wars really is that. It's like, okay,
It's Jedi and Sith.
I understand bounty hunters is cool, this, that, but Star Wars universe is only cool because of the Force and because of lightsabers and stuff, in my opinion. Like, I'm sorry, but like, yeah, lightsabers was what makes Star Wars Star Wars.
I will admit, though, it's ironic you say that because some of the best Star Wars films that Disney has made did not include that.
That is true.
Like Solo, Rogue One.
Well, what's the best part of Rogue One? What everyone remembers about Rogue One.
It is Darth Vader.
It's the Darth Vader scene. That's literally what everyone watches the movie for.
But like, so when I heard about the game, I thought it was gonna be a lot like Solo, like bounty hunter, like low key, like scheming, smuggling, and shit.
Open world.
Open world is a big term to use now. I think it's more like semi-open world. I think that from what I've seen of the gameplay,
it's not open world. That's the whole point. They promised an open world, and it's not that. It is.
I think it's more like Jedi Survivor. It's as open world as Jedi Survivor is. I think.
I'd say more like Starfield.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly. That's a better.
Loading one loading screen to another loading screen to another loading screen. It's
yeah. So from what I've heard is a lot of people. At its best, it's an okay game. It's like a 6 or a 7 at its best. I think a 6 is more accurate.
Man, I don't even.
At its worst,
hear that.
A lot of people that like Star Wars are playing the game and saying that it's good. It's just not this great game that everyone thought it was going to be. But people, it's not bad.
Even like gameplay aside, they're saying the story is very. I'm hearing nothing but the story is very lackluster and just boring, like very cookie cutter. They said.
I would say that Star Wars fans, in a nutshell, have gaslit themselves into liking anything. So, Acolyte got canceled. I mean, I hate to tell you guys this, but
Acolyte did get canceled.
And that fucking amazing 10 out of 10 show that got canceled, bro. We'll never see season 2 of that amazing show. Remember when the Sith guy who was killing everyone, the Acolyte himself, took off his shirt and started like strip teasing the fucking underage girl? Like no one thought that was weird.
Man, I did not even know about that one. What the?
She wasn't underage. Like she was young, but it's like it felt weird. It felt weird. Like he's a Sith and he's the Acolyte and he gets fucking naked and goes into the fucking lake and he's all ripped and shit.
People are still defending it though. That's the thing. I'm seeing TikTokers saying, "Oh yeah, it's still a
she
good
ain't
show."
underage, but she's really young. It just felt weird. I don't know. It felt weird and out of place. It was like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
But what do you mean people are defending Acolyte? What do you mean?
No, people are saying it's a genuine good show, and they only got hate because a certain group of people, the woke mind people, just straight up canceled. But at the same time, I can't say they're not wrong. That the people that like fucking I don't even know what's his fucking name, the drunken critic or where the fucking that dude on YouTube. It's like very like he panders to a certain group of people. So I understand that, but.
But the reason I heard it got canceled because it didn't get enough viewership. That's the reason that it was released. It got canceled because the numbers weren't high enough. You know why the numbers weren't high enough? Because it wasn't a good. It was bad. Star Wars fans are really passionate. They're one of the most passionate fandoms there is out there. And I think if they don't like something, they're going to let the internet know, and they're just not gonna watch it. People, and this is the thing that like this weird cycle that creators get caught in, where essentially like. They'll watch something to make content about it.
Yeah.
But then they're also giving that company like their time but they're getting I understand you're making it to rag on it, but there is something to be said about something that's would you rather have something that came out and got no attention or something that came out and was talked bad as shit? Or talked about as really good.
Nowadays, I mean, the companies, Ubisoft themselves don't give a fuck. It's as long as the money comes in, the quality of the content does not matter. That's the problem right now. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? Is like I've heard some crazy shit about Star Wars Outlaws, like it's any game with a female protagonist doesn't sell or whatever. But like
the fuck, yeah.
I mean that's out there. Like people, it's a main character that's a woman, a bounty hunter woman, but it's like. That's not the reason people aren't buying the game. I don't know. People just
100%
people,
not. No.
People have this weird like mindset where like female-led cast, like female-led leads in like games, or I mean some of like
and stuff.
I mean, Hellblade is like one of my favorite stories there is, and that's only a girl. Like it's pretty much just her the entire game. Like good acting's good acting. I will die on that hill of good acting is good acting. Good character work is good character work. Doesn't matter if it's a man, a woman, a trans actor. It does not matter.
It
Good
really
acting is
does
good
not.
acting, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's just straight up. I mean, Elliot Page can still act his ass off.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it doesn't matter.
It really does not matter.
People have this weird mindset where it's like, oh, like I don't know, just it's gotten bad with Star Wars because Star
Yeah.
Wars in and of itself has been trying to push female leads onto the audience.
But they're not
their
well
problem-
written. They're not well written. That's
Exactly,
the
and
biggest
that's the
problem.
thing that's pissing me off is that people are getting lost in like this weird like train of thought where it's like, okay, the reason these rabid fanboys hate this is because it's a woman, or the reason these
I
people
will
hate
say
this character.
some people do. Yes, I will.
Yes,
admit
you're not
that.
wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Some people. will.
But I would like to think a majority of people just think it's shit writing because it's shit writing. Ray, oh my God, Ray Palpatine slash Skywalker
It's
slash
Ray
fucking
Skywalker,
whatever.
actually.
It's Ray Skywalker actually. It's but it's
Fuck
like
me, bro. No.
her. I mean, like her whole thing is just like
She was
nah,
a
bro.
boring character. Like there was really
Yeah.
nothing interesting. Everything she tried to do, she was perfect at. How was that That's not an interesting character. It's not.
Yeah, Mary Sue's are not really that fun to watch, to be honest. You have to write a Mary Sue type character in a very specific way for it to be seen as good. A great example is like, I don't know, like Superman or like Goku or like what's another good example?
Superman, Goku. I mean, shit. I mean, that's about
Mary
it, isn't
Sue.
it?
Maybe, no, but I'm
Like,
just
what do you
saying,
mean?
or like
Like,
One
all
Punch
powerful
Man, or
characters?
like but there's like One Punch Man. There's people people have written immortal characters really well.
Yeah, Sun Wukong.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just look at Kratos, like
Kratos
in God
as
of
well.
War. Like he's a fucking god. And yeah, can he die in the game? Like yes, but it's like
Freya in the game. You know.
there's something to show about characters that are really OP and are really good at everything that you can still make their characters really. I mean, fucking Logan can't die. Like Wolverine can't die. And somehow they made a character about immortality like feel really well written.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying like Mary Sue's are like, oh, immortals and this and that. I'm just saying that if you're gonna introduce a character that's magically good at everything, you can write it in a specific way where like that's on purpose. She's good at everything because it was meant to be in her or some shit. You can't be like, or it was the fact that she was Palpatine's daughter or whatever. I don't know.
I think it's just the laziest way to go about it. I mean, they clearly didn't plan anything. They literally said, let's take it one movie at a time. They half-assed written. They're just, that's the thing. It's not even Rey.
One
every
thing I
single
will
character,
say-
no, every single character in that franchise is half-assed written. They all
Yeah,
are.
and that
They're
is
all
one thing I
half-baked.
will say in defense to play devil's advocate. A lot of Star Wars characters are really good at everything. The
Yeah.
difference is how you write that character. Like Han Solo, again, great pilot, great shooter, great slick talker,
Con artist,
but he's
everything.
but he also had like flaws, not flaws in his skills, but flaws in his like mentality of like, damn, like I actually like kind of like being a hero now.
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
I don't want to be a hero.
He's
'cause I'm
the
a sleazy
reluctant
scum.
hero.
Yeah, like he's an extremely reluctant hero, and
Yeah.
like seeing that perspective in Solo the movie, in Star Wars: A New Hope, and Empire Strikes Back, where he's literally now a general, and he's just like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then when he should have died,
Yeah, he should have.
man, oh, I'll die on that fucking hill that bro should have just straight up died.
In Empire Strikes Back?
It was the best.
Yeah, he
it
should've-
was the
he
best
should've.
send off they could have given him. His
Yeah.
character arc was fully wrapped up. You know why? Because I recently rewatched episode 6 and I didn't realize how fucking useless he was in that entire movie.
He was just a blind.
He was blind half
drunk
of it.
guy. Yeah, blind and drunk guy half the time, and then the next time was kind of just a goofball.
Yeah, making stupid.
Oh,
Yeah, just
like-
making stupid jokes and shit. And then obviously,
he should have
we
died.
get-
Yeah.
obviously in Force Awakens he dies, and it is a good scene. But I
Yeah,
just
it's
felt
good.
like 5. It was a perfect send off. Bitch straight up says I love you. He goes, I know, and then dies. That shit was I don't know. That was just I don't know. That was anyway.
At the end of the day, I don't think Disney Star Wars got hate solely because of Rey alone. If every other character around her was perfectly well written, it would not have
Or the
gotten
Acolyte.
hate.
Acolyte is
Or
another
that too,
female.
yeah,
It's
that.
another female lead. Same thing with Star Wars Outlaws. Another female lead.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mandalorian's a male lead, but I'm just saying, like, people have this weird thing where they confuse hate with hate for bad writing and bad storytelling for because it's a female. That's why we're saying. I'll give you a great example. Obi-Wan Kenobi, the show.
Oh my
Kenobi.
God, Jesus
the female
Christ.
Inquisitor. People were
Oh.
hating on that woman bad, but again, people were getting it confused with them hating on her because she's a woman or hating on her the fact that she's not a good actress. But in my opinion,
Was she
it's
was
not.
she getting death
It's
threats?
it's yeah. But here's what I'm saying. Well, Star Wars fans are fuck. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's
not the
crazy.
percentage of Star Wars fans I'm talking about. Those are extremists. Those people should stay off the fucking internet. Those are
Yeah.
people. Those people have issues, Terrell. That's different. All right. I'm saying people got confused with her being a woman and being a bad actress with a bad script
Okay.
and a bad plot and a bad reason for her to be in the fucking film in the first place. My
The
thing
show
is like
overall was bad.
I
So.
don't hate necessarily the actor as much as I hate the fucking writers and directors. And I feel like they don't get enough shit thrown out. Ryan Johnson got everything.
I just don't like Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know.
He got everything thrown on his ass. But I feel like after that, even when JJ pretty much ruined everything in the 9th movie, everyone just kind of like, you know, it's JJ Abrams though. We can't talk shit about JJ Abrams. Like he gave us the first one. And it's just like, bro, you ruined everything in the 3rd one. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. People just have this weird double standard where it's like they're very quick to blame the actor or the actress and not very quick to blame the writing and the writers and the directors. And that's all I'm trying to say. Is Star Wars has a bigger problem to me, not only with acting, because I mean there is some bad acting in Star Wars, but I'm just saying, just like the actors, I mean hiring actors that don't know shit about Star Wars, like again, how much can you blame the actors? They're getting a letter in the mail. Hey, you want to be in Star Wars? Fuck yeah, I want to be in Star Wars. Or they're getting a phone call
for the rest of your life in one movie.
That's what I'm saying. So like, you're gonna get mad at them. You're gonna get mad at the fucking director who's like, or the person who's casting these people. And it's like, hey man, by the way, do you know anything about Star Wars? And they're just like,
Anakin Skywalker blew up the Death Star.
When Anakin blew up the Death Star, that was awesome.
It was pretty radical. What the fuck?
I'm shitting on that guy, but I mean that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. I don't know. Cause
when it comes to nerddom, when it comes to Star Wars and Marvel, the unfortunate side effect is that the people working on it need to be fans in order for it to work out.
We've been saying that for fucking ever, bro. Yeah.
It's not that it's like, oh, a random that doesn't know anything about Star Wars can make a good Star Wars movie. Maybe, but it's the best way is for fans to be running nerddom and fandom shit. It's a negative and a positive, I think, but it's just how it is.
So, you know what's crazy? Because Star Wars is, I feel like, on the decline right now, and for me, another space series, I guess you could say, that's had a surprising uptick is Alien. The Alien franchise.
Finally getting the fucking recognition it deserves.
And the Predator franchise. I mean, Prey was a great movie. Everyone loved Prey.
Phenomenal. You haven't seen it, right? You still need to watch it. That shit is good, my guy.
No, but it's on Hulu. I should probably watch it now. But I'm just saying, freaking Prey was a great movie, and everyone's like loves it. That's the last Predator movie that came out, and the last Alien movie that just came out recently, Alien Romulus, is like,
my guy. I saw
everyone's
it.
loving it.
Amazing. I fucking love it. Like, it is. I don't know. It's something about the Alien movies that just, I think Star Wars just wants to be Alien so fucking badly, and it shows. And it shows especially in this one, Alien fucking Romulus. I fucking, like, again, I saw that shit. It's amazing. I don't know what else to say. It's almost a 4.5 to 5 star for me off rip. It is crazy how well it captures the original Alien, movie. Because this takes place, I think, chronologically before or right? No, it takes place between Alien 1 and Aliens. Alien.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So it's Alien, Alien Romulus, then Aliens, and then Alien. Okay, so it takes place right after that, and so it's the time frame. So practically the ships, the technology, everything felt like the opening shot felt like the first original '80s Alien movie. It felt so futuristic, but 80s futuristic, and it's so nice how they were able to.
I mean, we've always said 80s was peak.
80s, yeah, 80s.
Even though the original Alien, I think, was 79, like late 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, I mean, Alien, it's pretty much just 80s. But my thing about Alien Romulus is, listen, I know there's like a lost form of like art now, essentially, with like all the Marvel posters, like kind of just being a jumbled mess. But there's one thing to be, my guy, posters for movies still fucking matter. A poster on a movie has so much fucking aura. 9 times out of 10, that fucking movie is fucking bonkers, bro. Everything you need to know about Alien Romulus on that fucking poster.
That's the thing.
The face hugger strapped to the face and he's trying to rip it off. Like, that's everything you need. Remember when movie posters were scary? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the movie theater, you saw like a poster for a horror, like, damn, that freaks me out a little bit. Like, that shit's gone now.
It is crazy. Like,
Like this shit is creepy looking. Like I love looking at it. It's amazing.
Alien Isolation. If you played Alien Isolation, the horror game where it's that in movie form. It is so nice how scary this movie was. It was genuinely creepy and scary. Like it was times where like, oh my fucking god, because it's just them in a facility filled with those fucking crawlers. Like what the fuck are you gonna do about that? It was so good.
You remember when aliens used to be scary? You remember when an alien used to be scary? Like Alien, it was scary. Aliens, it was scary.
I think Prometheus was scary. I fucking love Prometheus. That's still one of my favorite ones.
But Prometheus wasn't the alien. It wasn't the xenomorph though. It was other shit.
That's true.
And Alien Covenant technically wasn't xenomorphs either. But that shit wasn't scary at all. It's more of a thriller.
Yeah, but they all still have the in common, female leads. The fucking female leads. Oh my god.
Dude, I don't know what it is with Ridley Scott. He directed this one, right?
No.
He's the
producer. He produced it.
No, he was Ridley. He did Alien Covenant. He did Alien Covenant.
This guy he directed Don't Breathe and the 2013 Evil Dead, which is the
super underrated,
the best one.
Yeah, super underrated.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. So again, he's a horror director. They had a horror director direct this movie, and it feels like a horror. Like it is good.
I mean, I will admit he has some misses, but this is not one of them.
Oh yeah, no.
The 2022 Texas Chainsaw Massacre was ass. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Girl in the Spiderwebs wasn't good either, but Don't Breathe was really good, and Evil Dead was really good. So you know what? I'm gonna just defend him and say, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Netflix original. I get it. Netflix is kind of weird. I get it.
I'll cut you a fat ass check.
I'll give you a fat ass check. You're kind of just chilling. Like, all right, fine. But Evil Dead, Don't Breathe, and Alien Romulus, like that's a solid triple lineup for like this director.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, the tension in Don't Breathe is crazy. A movie. It was A Quiet Place before A Quiet Place. Like
I haven't seen it myself. I don't think so. That's the one where they break into the old dude's house and he's blind, right?
They break into a house and it's a blind guy, but he's like a fucking military, like
he's fucking SEAL sniper shit.
Fucking like that guy is like he locks them in there, like you're in here with me now, type shit. And it's like
I remember.
I don't know.
Somewhat.
It's not an alien. It's a person.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with a blind guy he's like, I don't know, that shit.
The actors though, but like back to the like lead ladies, fucking what's her Ridley, fucking Dr. Shaw. That's my favorite, my personal favorite. And then Rain is the new one, and she's good. She's good.
Kaylee Spaney is someone that's been under the radar for a while, and people have been calling for her to be casted in bigger roles. I mean, she's had a great year. She had Civil War earlier.
Yeah, apparently I need to watch Civil War.
She was also Priscilla in the Elvis movie about Priscilla. She was, I mean, I recognize her from, I mean, it's a shit movie, but Pacific Rim Uprising. She was also a main character in that.
But that's the sequel one, right?
Yes, sequel one. That's my first time seeing her work, and she was good in that movie. But again, it's a mid fucking movie.
She was in the Bad Times in the El Royale, but I don't remember what she was in that one. But she was good. She was good. She's
the best part of the movie. 100%. Her and her brother David. Is his name David?
What's his name? Andy. Oh my God,
Andy.
Yo, whoever that guy carried.
The actor is David Johnson.
David Johnson. That's the actor. He is a good actor, man. Oh my God, I love him. Oh, like I love his work already. Like the way he was able to. What do you know about it? You need to watch it. It's like he plays. He's a synth in the movie. Was it a synth or a artificial? What is it?
Yeah, synth. Yeah.
So he plays that in a movie, but he's like a one with a broken chip, so he acts like someone with autism, and because his computers are functioning is messed up, so he plays that shit very well, but then he gets that fixed and then he acts like back to a regular synth, and it's so he plays both roles very, very well. And just the way this movie and everything about this franchise just embodies, it's not cosmic horror, but it's a body horror set in space, but it's still so well. And this made me just realize how much I still love this franchise, and I really like it because people are actually finally coming back and watching Prometheus and giving Prometheus the fucking credit it deserves. Finally, people are saying, "Oh, well, Prometheus was pretty good, actually. Have you seen Prometheus? That's an underrated movie." I fucking was there since day one. People dogging
We had to be there. We had to be there at the gates, holding the line. In 2013? I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it the first time I watched it.
When I first watched it, I loved it, and I had to sit there holding the line while everyone was just like, "It's fucking stupid. It fucking makes no sense. It's stupid." Yeah. I'm just like, bro. That was the last time an alien movie scared me, was Prometheus.
Yeah. I gotta watch. I'm gonna rewatch that shit.
One thing I did get spoiled.
Oh wait,
and
hold
I
on,
don't
hold on,
mind it.
hold on. Guys, watch this movie, all right? Just watch it. But yeah,
Yeah.
where's-
But there's a shot, and it's Andy and this other girl, and they're like in this hallway.
yeah.
And Andy just slowly turns, and I don't know what the fuck I was looking at, but that is
The
a
Gray
thing
Man.
from Nightmares.
Yeah.
That is, and the actor
Yeah.
that got to play him
What's
is
this-
a
yeah.
body actor, and he's played
all
roles like that
practical.
before. Yeah, all practical, which
No,
is fucking
everything,
mind.
my guy, everything in the movie, the face huggers, the xenomorphs, that abomination, all practical. Like it's a lost art form. It really is.
I forget his name, but he's done a lot of work in like body horror, like horror movies. His name's like Javier something. Because I only know this because of Dead Meat. I watch the Dead Meat like kill count all the time, and it's the
Oh.
same actor.
Oh.
He's always being put in suits like that.
He's
to,
like 7'7", right? Or like what is he?
Yeah,
like,
he's a really tall. He's a
Yeah.
tall guy, but he's also kind of like weirdly like shaped. But he's also
Yeah.
really good at that. He's also
Yeah.
really good at like those horror movie roles.
He's the same guy.
played-
He's like the same kind of actor with the Hellboy actor, the guy that was in the fucking Aqua, the fish dude's costume. Him.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
actor.
Yeah. Abe. Yeah,
Abe,
yeah. You're talking about Abe. But he's done roles like that a lot in the horror movies. He was in Quarantine, Wreck. He usually plays the monster. He's a
Yeah.
monster actor. That's the best way to
Monster
describe it.
actors.
He's a monster actor. And so to see him practically in that, like, man, that dude, like,
Again, watch the movie. It is so fucking creepy. It is so fucking scary. It's scenes that literally you're holding your breath. Like it's nice finally because it's been a minute since I've been to a movie and a movie like has me like that. Especially when it comes to
what
a
do
horror
you
movie.
think? And I'm only bringing this up because it's kind of a controversy because people are they brought back somebody who's dead. They brought back the original synth from the original Alien.
Oh, you know about that? Damn. Yeah.
That actor's dead.
Yeah.
I only know about it because of the controversy. And his
Okay.
family was kind of like low key upset about it.
Really?
And
Oh,
it's
damn, that
like-
sucks.
And it's like he's dead.
Yeah.
So it's like, what? I just wanted to bring up a question of like, what do you think about dead actors being sort of resurrected through CGI? Like, what is your take on that?
I mean, that's the thing. We'll take. I would say
I don't know.
in the context of the movie, I guess it makes sense for them to have put him in there. But if it's against the family's wishes, then it's against the family's wishes. I don't know.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know the full story. I don't know if
Okay.
it's like his daughter was pissed off, but the wife approved of it. Like, I don't know. I don't
if
know if
someone
they
in
own
the family approved of it, someone in the family approved of it. I don't know really much to say
Yeah,
about that.
because
I think it fit well. It wasn't like a fucking whatchamacallit, a like cash grab Marvel like cameo.
Oh,
It wasn't a
shit.
cameo.
no, you're right. You're right,
What?
bro. You're right. They did get a fucking basketball player to play that thing. You're
Yeah,
right.
I said that.
You're right. You're right. No, I was I was thinking it was someone else.
No.
He plays the xenomorph. But in this, that
In that tall creature, that's a
yeah,
basketball
that tall,
player. Yeah,
that's a
7'7".
basketball. He was that high school basketballer that went viral for being 7'5",
that
7'7"
was
in high school.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit. Okay.
he went super viral like what 10 years ago for being 7'7" in high school. Yeah,
He killed that shit. I don't know. That first time role, he killed that shit. That
well,
was
he also
fucking
has like really bad scoliosis, so like he's already kind of like weirdly
Okay,
shaped. So
yeah.
it's like, but
It
I don't,
fits.
man. He's also, but I'm saying he's a really tall, skinny dude. So like,
Yeah.
just it doesn't look real when you're looking at it, but it is real, and you can't fake that shit, bro. Like you can't. That's gold.
CGI, yeah. It's practical
Practical
effects will
is gold.
always work. I will
Always.
always like if I ever make the chance to make a movie, I will implement that. That is the best way to go about it. Movies just feel more real. It's just better. It's like the actors are actually interacting with face huggers instead of green plushies. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like you can actually like see the fear in their eyes. It
No,
makes for a better
obviously, like-
environment, tone, atmosphere. It fits.
I'm not
everything.
saying get rid of CGI. CGI will always have its
Oh, yeah,
place in
obviously,
movies, just as
yeah.
practical. And I feel like the best movies are made with a mixture of both.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
look
100%.
at movies like Blade Runner 2049, movies like that are from the 80s, like Terminator, the original Terminator. That was all practical. The only thing they
All
used for
practical.
CGI was the fucking laser beams that were being shot at. Like that's it. Like using miniatures. Like, remember when people use miniatures, bro? To like low key convey
They use miniatures in this movie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
We need a like
It's
miniature
so
is an
cool.
art form still.
It
Like
really is.
I recently watched like Terminator 1 and 2 and I forgot like damn, like movies used to be like movies used to be really fucking good back then. Like that's crazy. Like watching the original Terminator, some of the effects don't age that well, but like watching like Arnold fuck around with his
I think it's
eye.
only because again, with the older movies, you can see it's older movies give more a handcrafted feeling than newer movies, where today's is more like factory feeling, if that makes sense. That's really what it is.
I'll never forget Matt Damon was asked this in an interview, and he did say something that it's because he blames the reason that movies have dipped in quality, which I don't believe is true. But they asked him a question like, "Why do you think movies don't get taught with the same love and like same affection as they were back then?" His take on it was digital kind of ruined the game. He said because back then, like you would used to have to make a movie,
Yeah.
and you used to be able to make a lot of money back on CDs and selling it through DVDs. But now it's like that's pretty much gone. Like that's not really a thing anymore.
So it wasn't. So money just ruined it.
Well, money
just
ruined.
fucking-
Yeah, well,
money ruins it. Yeah.
100%. Money ruined it. Because if you made a movie in like 2002, and the movie theaters didn't make that much money, you would still get a lot more money from the CDs.
Yes, exactly.
Because it would get a cult following, and then you would get
Yeah.
money from the CDs and shit.
And streaming
So,
is
like-
literally nothingness. It's literally
Yeah,
just,
so now streaming and like the
Yeah.
age of digital has kind of ruined that. Like Blockbuster used to be a huge thing. When you would go and buy a movie from Blockbuster, that movie they would get that money.
Yeah, physical media is a dying thing. I will always prefer it. I mean, again, I have a Criterion collection. I'm going to have a big ass. I'm gonna have a room in my house with nothing but wall to wall like DVDs, everything. Like I'm gonna have physical media. It's a dying thing.
I just don't care about the whole like. There's something very like. Maybe it's the nerd in me that just loves the
Collecting of it.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
feeling of like having a physical item to look at.
Yeah.
And to like, damn, this is it. Like this is my physical item. Rather than going to a digital library, it doesn't feel as personal.
I
would
mean,
say.
it's that and the fact that you don't remember fucking one of the CEOs of a company saying that you will never own something. It's like, okay, well, at that point, in the age, technically, if you own something digitally, you can get that thing taken away from you. It's that plain
Yeah.
and simple. And
Yeah.
physical media, they got to come into my house to get that shit. I don't know. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
so,
like
I mean, you're-
so it's like it's
You're
safe
not
with
wrong.
me. So that's
You're
why
owning-
you know. Yeah.
you own less and less stuff as technology gets better and better and better.
There was this one cartoon, I think over the like hedge, over the wall, like it's like this one like what's it called? Steven Universe, Gravity Falls type animation. They took it off of every single. You can't find it on streaming anymore, and the physical media companies go for like hundreds of dollars now. So unless you actually get it off of a pirated website, you cannot. There's no legal way to get it in the digital media.
You know about Over the
anymore.
Hedge where the cartoon like the fucking raccoon and shit. They like have this
No,
big
no,
heist and
not over the hedge. Like it's over the garden wall. It's like again, it's like
Oh,
Steven
okay, yeah, yeah.
Universe type animation.
Yeah, okay,
that
okay.
one.
But yeah, they could just take stuff away from you. I mean,
Gone. It's gone. Yeah, vanished.
Yeah. We were talking about how they got rid of Spec Ops: The Line from all like you can't buy that game anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Spec
It's gone.
Spec
It's
Ops,
just
one of like the best like war like type story video games.
Unless you
it's just
pirate it. Now we don't.
Yes.
Of course, we don't condone that whatsoever.
100% do not
No,
condone.
yeah, no,
we do not condone the
but-
piracy of media.
No, not
Pay the
not at
people,
all.
pay the companies the hard-earned money that they deserve for making the media that you consume.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, but
continue.
but money. It's like even if you have the money to give the companies, if there's literally no other option, what else can you do? You know?
Yeah,
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
And it's like kind of like this shitty thing where it's like we're kind of going back on like the Fahrenheit 141 type shit.
Yeah,
where it's
literally,
like,
it is.
burning the books.
The books are
They're
gone.
burn-
No
they're
more
burning the books.
libraries. Like,
no more
yeah.
libraries. Like I don't know, dude. Like it's that thing of like, damn.
Big
we always
Brother,
look at that shit like,
1984,
"Ah, that shit."
1984.
I'm
That's
just
like-
saying, like, they ain't gonna take, they ain't gonna burn no books, but like, bro, it ain't books they're burning. No, they're burning, they're getting rid of shit, bro.
They are getting rid of shit. That's the problem. Again, it's like you will never own things and you will be happy about it. Never, like, come on. There's at least some type of media, I guess, I will always try to own for myself when it comes to books, video games, or again, movies, films, you know.
Video games is a bit different for me, just because of the fact that GameStops and shit have kind of gone severely
That's
downhill.
yeah, that's the thing. Video games, you don't really have an option anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, midnight releases don't feel as special anymore.
No.
They're a joke
One of
now.
my fucking favorite ones, man. That was my Batman Arkham Origins. Even though, again, that game I'm not really a big fan of, but it released on the night of literally my birthday. And I remember going to the midnight release and getting that shit and playing it on my birthday, like throughout my entire birthday day. Shit was amazing. Like, just that special
it's
feeling
so funny
is gone,
like
man.
this day and age, we'll never know what it felt like.
No.
GTA 5
GTA
midnight release. They'll
Or a
never know what it was like.
any Call of Duty midnight release. Any Call of Duty midnight release.
Yeah.
It's like, yo,
Y'all will never know what that felt like to sit there in that line, pay $5 to get a reserved copy of the game.
but
be in line.
being around people that like the same shit as you as well. It's like this world feels so more fucking isolated. So it's
Nah,
like,
but
damn,
maybe
bro.
that's for the better. Remember that video of the Spider-Man minute release? He goes, "Man, why y'all smell like that?" He's like, just got back from the Spider-Man midnight release because and I just want to know like, "Man, why y'all smell like that?" Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like this whole gamer boy stinking shit, like that cliche pissed me off for a while, but you know what? I get it now. He's like, why y'all smell like that? Like,
Hey, on average, it's not the gamers, it's more the other fandoms, but still, like, yeah, that's
I mean, GTA 6 is like,
hey, still miss it.
that's the next like big game, and like the next, I will say that'll be the best big game.
100%.
In
But
the
did you
last,
know?
like-
What are you talking about? The biggest game that's dropped of the year, fucking Concord.
Who?
PS5 Concord, the biggest game of the year, dropped. You haven't heard of Concord? The game
Like the
Concord.
city? Like the city?
The-
What do you mean? Like,
the
like
video
Concord and
game,
Lexington, like the battle, like the Revolutionary War, like fight? Like, what are you talking about?
I guess in a sense that, yeah.
Are we gonna talk about the game that you can't play? What are you
No,
talking
the
about?
game that was available a week ago, but now isn't, even though it was like, I think $100 million, I think, put into it.
Didn't they have like 50 people playing it day one? Like who was playing that game?
I think peak was around like 700. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What?
Peak
700?
was 700, my guy, for a
That is-
$100 million investment, because Sony bought the company that made Concord. Which again, it was the first. They never made a big time game like this. It was the first time doing this. Sid. They bought them for $100 million, and this is what they got out of it.
Nothing.
Nothing.
This is almost as bad as that one. What was that one fucking shit game that like a zombie apocalypse that like came out and then immediately got taken down and shit.
I don't even know. Days Gone? No, Days.
No, Days Gone was a good one. That was a
yeah,
good
Days-
game. Fuck. It was called not the last. Oh my god, it was like the end of days or some bullshit.
It was
I don't know.
It was a scheme. It was literally the company.
It was a scam.
Yeah, scam.
Yeah,
the
it was a
company filed for bankruptcy, and they came up with a new company name, and now they're making another game. They're a scam company, but Days Before, I think it's called. But
Yeah, that sounds
Concord,
right.
yeah, Concord essentially was from what I've seen, Valorant, Overwatch, like just another one of those. But the key difference is between that is this one was $40, and every other one of them was it's a free to play game. So that in and of itself,
The day before, yeah.
the day before. So that in and of itself already built a wall for like most gamers. Like they're not even gonna spend $40 on a shooter in a genre that is literally nothing but free to play.
Yeah.
So
Valorant
it's like,
is Valorant, Overwatch, pretty much free to play. Yeah.
So that crash, I think it is genuinely. I'm pretty sure it is the biggest gaming failure there had. Again, $100 million gone.
That's pretty bad.
Has to be the worst game. That has to be the biggest gaming flop of all time, right? It has to be. They're shutting the servers down. You cannot buy the game anymore.
I've heard of shit similar to that. I've heard of stuff
$100 million loss in gaming.
Yeah, I know, but there's been stories of like a lot of games lose money. A lot of games lose. That's just the sad truth.
$100 million worth of money.
I don't know. See, I don't know.
That's a jump.
There have been some huge flops in video gaming history, especially like you go like there's a weird span between 2010 to 2015 where for every great game that was coming out, an equally shit game would come out. Like Aliens Colonial Marines was a huge flop.
It was, yeah.
They
I
lost a
forgot
lot
about
of money on that
Yeah.
game. They put a lot of money into that game. Like, I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to like off the top of my head, like there's been a lot of games that had a lot of money put into it that have flopped majorly.
Yeah, but I do have a question though. How would you feel, like, speaking, we're still on a Sony shit, how would you feel, because I've been hearing people talk about this a lot, a remastered or a revisit into the Infamous franchise?
Infamous Second Son was a good game. I enjoyed it.
was.
I like the idea of a person who has these elemental powers that can choose to use them for good or for bad. Because essentially that it comes down to like, the Fallout karma system or like, choose your own adventure, good or evil. I think that there are a lot of IPs that Sony isn't using anymore that I feel like could be used in a new, fresh way. Because listen, I'm also on the same fence of like, just make something new.
That's yeah, I'm more
Let
on
it
that
let it
side.
have its legacy and just do something new.
It's
But
like lay it to rest.
but I
Know.
understand the argument of like, but could you imagine with today's technology what you could pull off with that franchise? I mean, the PS4 Infamous Second Son, the jump from PS3 to PS4, the Infamous Second Son physics and stuff was crazy.
I'm
Now, could you
pretty sure
imagine the
people.
jump from 4 to 5?
That is true, but people are saying more like a remaster of the first game. They're saying they want the remaster of the first one. That's
I
what
don't
I'm
have
hearing
any.
more.
Those weren't my games growing up.
Yeah,
I
they
have no
weren't mine
fond
either.
memory.
I
I have no
played
fond
them.
memories of Infamous 1 or 2.
I
I'm sure they're great
played
games,
one,
but
but it was like, yeah, it was decent, it was cool, but like I didn't
I
think it
was
was
more of a
this.
Batman kid.
Yeah,
Batman Arkham City Asylum. That was my like fighting game, I guess you could say, like RPG type fighting game. Was those. And I seen Killzone. I think Killzone is another game. I think the
you think
universe of
Killzone is
Killzone.
another
I
game?
think the universe of Killzone is
That dead
severely,
horse.
severely. No, it's really good, man. Like something about fucking hell gas, pretty much Nazis, is like space
Oh
Nazis,
yeah,
and like I just feel like they never knew what to do with it. And I feel like Shadowfall was good. I like Shadowfall. The story was fine, but there's just I don't know. There's a lot more. Killzone 2 and 3 were like really good. Like I know people don't like
I
remember
guess
that, but
three
like
was good. Yeah, it was three. Three was PS what?
three.
Three VP. Yeah, yeah, I think yeah, it was good.
But Killzone 2 was amazing. That's looked at as like one of the best video game like AIs of all time. Like those are like Killzone 2's AI, if you go back and look at some of the AI, like what the AIs were doing back then in Killzone 2,
Mm.
that's still considered one of the best like uses of like I know granted for its time. And still looking back at it, it still holds up. But when you just see games like again, like Star Wars Outlaws and like these AIs are just so brain dead, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I would say like the last game that had AIs that were really good and creative was like Last of Us. Like Last of Us Part One and Two had really
Two,
good
but wasn't
AIs.
two that long ago. I mean, I don't know. I guess it. AIs has always been a fickle thing, haven't it? Though, like it's can either be good, decent, or completely forgettable. I don't know, because when it comes like Dishonored was, I guess considered to have good AI, but then what? Fucking damn, which one was it? Like Wolfenstein was considered to have shit AI. So I don't know, like what? I don't know.
But that's just, I mean, Killzone 2 is also just a good game. I
Yeah,
played that growing up. That was really good. Killzone 3 was also really good too. Again, I could just use a rematch. I don't know. I don't know. That's the thing. Remastering.
I'm
Listen,
getting sick of remasters, bro. This entire
Resident Evil 2 started it.
generation has the entire the PS5 is gonna go down in history as the fucking remastered fucking console generation. It's
I
nothing
guess
but
remake
remastered.
technically,
Yeah,
not
remakes.
remastered.
Yeah, but
Because Resident Evil 2 started it all. They
still,
brought back Resident Evil
yeah.
2 remake, and they're like, damn, like okay.
People wanted this money, money.
But Resident Evil 2 was also made like what 2002, 2003. So like I get
Four, yeah.
like remaking games from that long ago. I get, but remaking a game from like 2008 and 9, like I don't know about that. Like you can go back and play that on a. I mean, but then again, PS3s and Xbox 360s are like, what are you gonna? How are you gonna play those games?
That's the
If
thing.
you're a
If it's
console,
not, if you have a PS5, you can do what's P plus. What is it?
I think it's like Play Now or some
Play
shit. Like
now.
PS
But then
or
again, they
PS.
don't have. But that's the thing. They don't have every single game either. That's the
Yeah.
problem. That's the, again. It always goes down to either you need to go out and find and spend the extra money to buy an actual PS3 or get an emulator, or I mean that's really it. You know, physical media, or you have to pirate it, or you have to buy it. But most of the time, you can't even buy it. That's the
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't. Again, it's something that I
it's
never
a
really thought
circle.
would
Yeah.
happen. But again, it's like it's a weird like, damn. Fahrenheit 141, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's the same the Book of Eli. You know,
I mean,
same shit,
hey,
bro.
look at the PS Vita. Like, if you don't like, you could emulate PS Vita games, but the way the PS Vita is set up, half the games you can't play it on it unless you have a PS Vita. So it's like, damn, if you don't have it, it's gone. It's just gone with the wind.
You're
Gone in
cooked.
time.
You're
Yeah.
cooked. Yep. You'll never touch that game ever again. And it sucks because some of like, I mean, like, again, if your favorite game was like Halo 1 and 2, then you're good because you know those games are
Yeah.
loved.
Whatever.
They're
Yeah.
beloved and loved. But if your favorite games were something like, you know,
Yeah. What's it?
if
What's
you
fucking
if
Duke
if you
Nukem
re-
or some shit? Like,
if you really had an attachment to Spec Ops: The Line, or you really had an
yeah.
attachment to like the Killzone games, or like
Max Payne maybe even too.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, Max Payne 3 was really good. Why have we not gotten a new Max Payne game?
Again,
Max Payne 3
yeah.
was great. Like
It
that was a
was.
great game when it came out. I was literally like playing LA Noire And I was like, damn, like this was a great year for video games. Like,
It
fuck
really
me, bro. Like
was.
2012 had Max Payne 3, LA Noire, like you'll never beat like I don't know, dude. I've been playing a lot of LA Noire lately. My detective skills, bro, are fucking peak, bro.
I never played that one. That's just really just the funny facial features, like movement characters, right?
Well,
Like you have to
it's so
tell if
funny-
they're lying between like a facial.
But it's
switch.
so funny because the motion capture style they use for that still holds up, I think. It is still very unique and still hasn't really been done again.
I thought they remastered it. What do you mean?
They did, yeah.
Oh.
I'm talking about like the style of they did something called like photogrammetry or some shit where they pretty much had you put a person in a room
Yeah.
and have 50 cameras surrounding them.
Yeah.
And it's the style of it's not motion capture with dots and shit. No, it's like these 50 cameras emulate your performance and like it just gives off a different vibe. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I'm not saying it's like the best ever like facial like
It seems
facial
like
animations.
it seems like a whole lot more extra steps for not that much bigger results.
At the time, it was
difference.
revolutionary. At
Yeah.
the time, it was very advanced. But obviously, you can't boot up Last of Us Part 2 and just look up
exactly
any
like
fucking
those
scene.
are the
And
industry
it's like,
standards. Yeah, that's like
and it's like that is way better than this.
and
But
it's simpler to do as well. Is what
it's
it
just
seems.
I don't. It was just different. That's the best way I can describe it. It was just very different looking at it.
It's
And
nice
looking
that
at
it gets
looking at it now.
in a
You can just
bubble.
tell it's not motion capture. It's something different. That's the only
Yeah.
thing I can just really explain looking at it. But I mean,
But
yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
it give it the uncanny feeling though? Like, isn't it an uncanny valley type feeling? No.
I would say like that's the acting in that game is really good.
Mm.
The story still holds up, and the fucking like, there's not a single bad performance in that entire game. Everyone just is cooks in that game for some reason, and I don't know. I don't know what the rent must have been due then, because I don't know, bro. Them motherfuckers had no business cooking that hard. From the people crying about hearing that their wife just got murdered to
What the fuck?
the lead detective yelling at people like,
Oh, so it's
Listen.
so you just do nothing but a shit ton of cases then. So it's not
"Well,
just one big
you've
case.
never played LA Noire? How have you never played an LA Noire? That's crazy.
I'm gonna
Listen,
be real.
listen.
If not for nothing, I don't think I could. Rockstar is cool, but I don't think I ever in my childhood considered myself a Rockstar fan. Like in all their games, I didn't really play much of. If I'm being honest with you, I've played Max
Outside of-
Payne a couple times. I never actually
Outside
fully
of
played
Red Dead and GTA, Rockstar has some really good IPs that they need to give more love to.
it. Yeah.
Midnight Club,
Bully.
Bully, fucking Max Payne, LA Noire,
What
like
was that one serial killer one? Mayhem.
Manhunt.
Manhunt. Yeah, that one. But again, like I haven't played LA Noire, man. I don't know. Like I don't know. I think maybe it's also the fact that I never really also played the Mafia games. Maybe it's just I don't like the 1930s. That's just not my
40s.
aesthetic.
It was the 40s,
Like, it's
yeah.
not that 40s, 30s, 20s, 50s America.
nice
I'm
nice
good.
suits.
I'm good
drip
on
the,
that. I'm
drip
good.
the fuck out for. Oh, I mean, I
I'm
get
good
it.
on that. Oh, you get it?
I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get it. I
That's-
get it. They don't say the word, but they're in the game. But yeah, it's crazy because like playing.
It's
I
not
don't-
my aesthetic.
Cup of tea,
It's
yeah.
not my cup of tea.
A lot of white people in those
Yeah.
games. There's a lot of white people in those games. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. Yeah,
It's not really
But-
my thing.
but man, like yeah, you go from patrol to traffic to homicide to vice to arson.
How do
in
you
terms of,
beat
like-
the game?
You go through the story. It's a very linear story.
Oh.
Through the story, you get promotions to being a patrol cop, to being a traffic cop.
Oh, so you
to
don't
being-
so you don't do murder right off rip. You have to wait to do
No,
it.
you work. Well, murders are in the game, but I guess back then, if a murder was homicide, is seen as like premeditation, like I shoot you or I stab you, and traffic
Right.
has to do more with like if a car ran over somebody, that's your case. It's traffic.
Okay.
Because just going off from the cases I can remember in my head, if a dead body's found in the backseat of, or blood's found in a car, an abandoned car, it's traffic. It's traffic guy's job. But if someone's found shot in their fucking house, it's homicide's job to figure it out. Because
Interesting.
yeah.
That sounds like a
and
very
Vice is
30s
my
way
favorite.
of doing
Vice,
it.
Vice is drugs.
Okay.
Vice is like cocaine was involved. Heroin was. The morphine is the big drug in this city. Like morphine, and arson is obviously houses on fire and
Got
shit.
you.
Like
Okay. Well, that's not a good.
my LA Noire rant. Sorry, it's the thing I'm binging right now at the moment. I've been
I mean,
having a
that's
lot of fun.
interesting. It seems interesting. I might gotta check it out.
There is a really good detective game that is out right now that it's on my wish list. It's
On
called like
Steam?
nobody.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
nobody
it's
wants to
called-
die. I think.
Nobody wants to die.
I've
That
been looking at that one as well.
that looks interesting because it is a future where essentially your consciousness gets transported into a different body every time you reach a certain age.
Yeah. So
Technically, and you're shopping for new bodies. Like it's
virtual immortality, essentially, just hopping from body to body. But
and the aesthetic is
it's only
very like
$25, so yeah.
the aesthetic is really like weird. It's like metropolis, like megapolis, like type of like these futuristic cities that like tower over the skies and like flying cars and shit.
I say I don't like the 1930s and the 40s, but then again, I do fucking love noir. I love noir shit. So like, I guess that's like contradicting. But
You
like,
fuck with what?
Noir, like noir shit, like the the 40s, like.
But you can
old
do
detective
noir outside
type
of the
shit.
fucking 40s though.
That is
That's
true.
what- that's-
But like,
that's
again,
the big
Blade Runner.
misconception
Well, that's
is,
the thing.
like-
Blade Runner is a neo noir. That's what it is. The new type of wave of
iRobot?
noir. That's a noir. I wouldn't say that's
iRobot
noir.
is a sci-fi noir as it gets. What are you talking about? Like, you're talking about my guy. iRobot is about a guy trying to solve a case.
I'll say Blade Runner's noir. I don't think.
Man, iRobot is 100% noir,
Think,
bro.
ah,
100%.
maybe, I guess.
Because it has action set pieces doesn't make it no less noir than.
I'm just saying, just because it's a detective doesn't make it noir either. Initially, every detective show doesn't make it noir.
You're gonna sit here and tell me about the Ghost of Machines, the Ghost in the Machines, and you're gonna sit there and look at me and tell me that's not noir, bro. Like you're gonna sit there and tell me that that's like that Will Smith didn't cook in that movie for no fucking reason. listen,
I mean,
listen.
that's the thing. I can't argue because that is my favorite Will Smith movie. That is my
Listen,
fucking favorite
listen.
Will Smith movie.
The
but
fucking,
it never felt like
the
a noir to
fucking
me,
movie's about a
maybe.
guy trying to solve a fucking murder in a future where robots are taking over the fucking like
Yeah.
robots essentially replacing everything.
I guess maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking like because I think about it, it's like yo, he did make some fucking whatchamacallit. There's a lot of joke. Maybe it's because I don't think of noir as jokey because I
My
can't.
guy, the score. Oh my god, the score in that movie is
I can't.
beautiful.
I
bro.
can't think of a single joke that was made in Blade Runner 2049 or like I don't know. Like noir's always very like moody, serious, downish. I think that's why. I think because iRobot is more in a way. I don't know, more hopeful, I guess, than most noirs are. I think
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
it's a very hopeful movie.
You are. I
think.
mean, because that's detective doesn't make it a noir film. You're right. But is Batman a noir film?
yeah, it is.
Batman?
Yeah, that's a noir.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
So like,
noir.
I understand you're saying where like you don't like the 30s and 40s, but you like noir. I mean, it's fine. You like grungy detective movies where it's like,
Seven is noir. Seven.
yeah, you like that movie too. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the thing. I don't think Memories of Murder. I don't think that's a noir. Is that a noir? Memories of Murder.
Let's look up noir films. Let's see what is considered noir because it's a I want to get the facts here.
Because-
I want to get the facts here.
Technically, Blade Runner is considered a neo noir.
Listen, this is the textbook definition of film noir.
Yeah.
Style of filmmaking characterized by such elements as cynical heroes,
Okay.
stark lighting effects, frequent use of flashbacks, intricate plots, and an underlying existential philosophy.
Damn. I think.
How is that not iRobot?
I think iRobot's noir. I ain't gonna lie to you.
cynical hero. Will Smith fucking hates robots. He hates everybody. Flashbacks, him losing his save her, save the girl, bro. Like,
Hell,
man,
say what you want. I don't see. I'm looking at noir movies. I don't see no iRobot in there. I don't know.
listen, bro.
I don't see.
Fits the my guy, you look up noir, you're gonna get fucking 30s and 40 movies that were made in the fucking 60s and 70s. Like,
Apparently, The Killer is considered the David Fincher movie, The Killer with Michael Fassbender. Apparently, that's considered a noir. I don't know. That was not noir. But again, that was no detective. I don't know. But look, either way, is one of my favorite movie genres.
That's a crime genre.
Yeah,
Noir is a crime genre.
Yeah, detective.
Crime genre. This is,
grisly.
I'm gonna keep it bland for you. We'll keep it simple. Crime genre.
Yeah, but
There's some really good crime
pretty looking crime drama. That's the thing. It's depressing, but at the same time, pretty looking. Again,
I mean,
Blade Runner
that's one of the
2049.
that's one of the criterias in the definition is stark lighting effects, and then but the big thing is underlying existential philosophy.
Yep, and
We always knew there were ghosts in the machines.
okay, I get it.
Random segments of codes. Like, I'm just saying, it's all about the flashbacks, the philosophy that the character's going through. Again, Blade Runner, what is it to be human?
Yep.
That is like one of the best questions that I've seen in Blade Runner as a franchise, Detroit Become Human. It's some of like, again, it sounds stupid, but it's one of the things that I feel movies always nail on the head really well is like what is it to be human? Is it looking like one, or is it being a physical person?
I like the idea of like what is a soul actually? Because if you like again make a computer or a robot or an android to think and feel like a human to a point where they fool themselves into thinking they're human, then do they not have a soul at that point? Even though they're still technically a robot. Again, fucking replicants of Blade Runner is a perfect example of that. K. At the like, fucking Blade Runner 2049, you know, it's like he ends up having the most humanity out of everyone in the movie, but yet he's not even a human. Like, what does that mean? So at the end, when that shit happens, does he actually have a soul or does he not have a soul? Like that makes you wonder.
When does a perceptual schematic become consciousness?
Okay.
When does the difference engine become the search for truth? When does the personality simulation become the bitter moat of a soul?
Yeah, that
my
one
guy.
right there. Yeah.
Who the fuck wrote this, bro?
iRobot, the book, the guy that made the book. iRobot.
My guy, rent was due. Rent was due. Rent was due, and bro was like, I gotta write some fire shit right now. That is the best description of Android, synth, whatever you want to call it. Like, when does a fucking personality simulation become the bitter moat of a soul?
Yeah, that was like, ooh, iRobot. It was by
6-year-old me was like, damn. I was 6 when I watched that film. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh,
I watched as an adult.
Surprise, surprise! The fucking authors are Russian, dude. That's why Isaac Ismov.
The Russians know how to write books. I'll give you that.
Their philosophy is always on fucking point. I'll give them the philosophy. It's always like, damn. They really make you fucking feel that exponential dread very well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That's just maybe it becomes in the environment. There ain't nothing to fucking do. It's fucking. Hey, listen. If the Soviet Union ran my shit for as long as it did, bro, I would be. And it snows fucking -30 fucking degrees outside for fucking 7 months out of the year.
I don't blame them.
I'd be fucking depressed writing some depressing shit too. I don't blame them at all. Like fuck me, bro. Like.
I will be very nihilistic. Yeah, I'll
100%.
Oh,
my guy, it goes out. I go out in 30-degree weather and I'm almost dying. I couldn't imagine negative fucking 10 degrees, fucking -5 Celsius.
Fucking
like
vodka to keep warm.
like, oh my god, I'd lose my shit too. I don't blame him at all.
Oh damn.
Speaking of philosophical, melancholy,
are we thinking about the same thing here?
Glaucoma. Thinking about beautiful art. Minecraft.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Minecraft movie trailer that dropped.
Oh my god.
Is this gonna be the worst video game movie of the year, or is it gonna be Borderlands? I did not think Borderlands would have competition. I did not think Borderlands would have competition.
This trailer alone, it's going to be added to our list. We're going to watch this eventually when it comes to DVD and shit. We're going to watch it. This looks fucking horrendous.
Borderlands, you got lucky. It comes out next year. You got lucky. You might hold the title of worst video game movie of the year.
They will. Yeah, it has. It's going to. But the choice, like they seen the reaction to Sonic. So they said, you know what? Let's do the exact same thing Sonic did originally. Why did they do this? Like, first off, live action Minecraft movie is just a dumb fucking concept in and of itself. And then it's Jason Momoa, the girl from fucking Peacemaker, and then Jack Black as Steve. Like, he's fucking Steve. Jack Black is Steve. It's Jack Black wearing a t-shirt. That's a blue t-shirt. That's it. He has his beard, his full-grown beard still. He has his long-ass hair like he usually does, and a blue T-shirt, and he's Steve.
So let's start off with the fact that we thought Jason Momoa was going to be the action hero, and he's wearing a fucking pink jacket. And
I think they're from the 80s. I think that's the thing. Like, if you look at the way they're dressed, it's very 80s. All of them.
He just looked weird. I don't know.
I know, he looks dumb.
Maybe it's the way his hair cut. He looks stupid, but I don't know.
It's the wig. It's the wig. Yeah, it's the wig.
That's his hair. It's not a wig. I think that's his actual hair. Why
did they make his hair look so wig-like? It looks like a fucking, like he's wearing
the bangs. They had him like cut his bangs or some shit. I don't know, dude, but
he
has long hair. I mean, I don't fucking know.
It doesn't
What's
look good,
crazy? What's crazy is that it's live action. Why would you do a live action fucking? Again, it's the same argument of if people can make really good cosplay of Borderlands, really good cosplay of like the Borderlands art design, the comic booky like art design.
What's the reason why the movie looks so horrendous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
No reason. Yeah. No reason. And now
they did not learn a lesson from Sonic. Listen, I have rarely like given companies their flowers for listening to fans, but the Sonic people, I don't know what company, I forget what company it was.
They're gone
That-
now. They're gone.
But it's so crazy to me how they changed the character design, and now they have like 3 or 4 movie franchise that's like super successful now.
About to be the third.
They
third
they
movie
saw the
looks really
fucking
good.
trailers, said, "Damn, we fucked up." Released a new trailer
We fucked
with
up.
a more updated design that looked way better, and the movie made hundreds of millions of dollars. And then they had a sequel that equally made just as much money. And for some reason, Jim Carrey is still in these movies. Like, he wants to act, but just for Sonic.
Literally, he only acts for Sonic. Because apparently Sonic 2 was when he announced his retirement. Now he just shows up for Sonic 3. Like, Eggman is the only character that calls for Jim Carrey's name.
But they're going to have spin-offs, too. They're going to have a Tails
Yeah.
spin-off or like a Knuckles spin-off.
They already
or
had a
something.
Knuckles spin-off. They already had that. The show's already, it's a Peacock
That's what I'm
show,
saying.
a
Like, they're
Peacock
having a successful franchise, and imagine how different it would have been if they just said, "Nah, we'll stick to our guns. We'll keep that stupid fucking eyeball, fucking stupid design, fucking original." Guys, if you go back and watch the original Sonic trailer, that design was shit.
It was horrendous. I don't think they deleted it. You have to like find it off of a third party. But
My guy,
I don't-
our old podcast, remember that? Our like first
Was it the
or
first
second
one?
episode.
It was. I think
our
it was the second one.
episode. Second
Yeah.
episode. We talked about it. How we gave the company credit for going back on that horrendous decision. It just why fuck with a character design that's already good?
But at the same
Why-
time, I think a live action Minecraft movie was never gonna work. So part of me, I don't want them to change the designs of it. I want this shit to look exactly like this when I watch it. Because I want to laugh at it. This is going to be pointing ha 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 ha. This is what a movie is. It's going to be a shit movie. Like, I don't think a live action visually would have mattered. I don't know. Jack Black is Steve.
I'm Steve.
It's Jack Black with a blue T-shirt on. What are we doing here? I don't know.
That's wild.
I will say, if not for nothing, I don't know. Video game movies are 10 times better now than they used to be. With Sonic, fucking Mario movie was phenomenal.
Yeah, Mario movie went crazy. Last of Us,
Fallout. Like literally all video game adaptations have been going well. So for Minecraft to come out like this had to have been on purpose. I don't know. You can't come up with this dog shit after all these years of good adaptations. You know what? We're gonna go this direction.
You know what's funny, though?
This
You know
makes no
what's funny?
sense.
Borderlands not might be the worst movie of the year. That might go to The Crow. The new 2024 Crow?
I don't know. People are saying it's not that bad. I don't know. People are saying it's
As
okay.
someone who loved the original, the changes that they made that I found out, because I was like, I'm not gonna watch this movie.
I mean, I'm sure as a fan that of course it's like dog. It's probably way worse. But as a movie standalone, I don't think it's that. I think Borderlands is still far worse.
Yo, 100%. Just for the fact that it's trying to be a comedy, even though it's not funny.
Yeah.
I think being a drama that no one gives a shit about is way better than a comedy that's trying to be funny and it's not funny.
Yeah.
Because like, at the end of the day, like
Because
the
it comes
Crow,
across
the
as
new,
corny then at that point.
yeah, the Crow. The main problems is again with the plot and the acting is like not. There's no chemistry. But again,
I
that's the
heard there
biggest
was no
problem with the chemistry.
chemistry. Yeah, I heard
that's
there was none.
well, I mean, that's what happens when you get a non-actor to play a fucking person. I mean, I don't know her music
FK
that
Twigs?
well, but FKA, Twigs,
FK
but she's not
Twigs,
an
yeah.
actor. She's not an actor. She's a
FKA
she's a
Twigs.
she's a rapper, singer. Like she's not an actor.
She
And you give her a big part of the movie where she has to act in the movie. This is what happens.
Yeah, she
not
only
an
was in
actor.
Honey, she was only in Honey Boy. Yeah, that's the only thing. she
Yeah,
was
for a
in.
small
Yeah,
scene.
Yeah.
But she's like a main dude. Like I don't know, man.
I mean,
Like, again, the Crow,
people want to act. I don't know.
Listen. For those that don't know the Crow story, the original movie, the dude becomes the Crow in like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Apparently, in this movie, he becomes the Crow an hour and something into the
Well,
movie.
because they
the last
wanted to,
act.
they wanted to show off the chemistry and again the
But again,
relationship. of
my
it.
guy, the original fucking movie is about love, and it's
Yeah.
about the power of love. It does that by showing you the anguish that he feels for her being gone. You as a viewer don't see her that often. You feel that anguish too. For some reason, this fucking movie, from what I've heard, the first 30, 40 minutes are them setting up the relationship.
Well,
just for her to die.
yeah.
Not 30 minutes, but maybe like the first act is essentially them setting up the relationship just for them to die. But it's like, we know they're going to die because it's in the trailer.
Yeah, you
so
know.
why don't, like, but it's like, less is more. Less is more. The best part of The Crow was watching the flashbacks of him happy and all you've seen of him lately is him fucking miserable. But and then you see him happy, and then he's miserable. It's just like this weird like
That
tone shift
yeah,
that
the
like.
tonal shift between it is unpleasant. I could see
And then
that.
they had this weird plot device where apparently like the main character is also like some devil who's sending her to hell when she's supposed to go to heaven.
Because she's a good
And so
soul. Yeah, yeah.
now that as a concept is actually interesting. I actually don't dislike that.
It sounds
Like,
like
the
some
idea of-
Constantine. It sounds like a Constantine.
the idea of
storyline.
him fighting for her to go to heaven instead of hell because she's dead and she can't come back. That is a cool idea. I will admit that was cool. But again, the execution's terrible, obviously, because the movie's terrible. But like
Surely
that
is.
as an idea, I'm not gonna clown them for trying something different. Because that as an idea is interesting. Because again, it's like, okay, he gets the revenge. That's all he can do. She can't come back to life. But there's actual stakes at play now. Because now, if he doesn't do it in time, she'll go to hell. And that's cool. That's again like John Constantine
The
type shit.
idea
Like,
of it's cool, but clearly the execution was not there whatsoever.
Well, I heard the biggest problem was that he didn't even feel like the Crow until the last act. He just felt like some guy who was immortal.
Yeah,
It's more of like a Logan movie. Like I'm a guy that's immortal, and like I know like he doesn't become
yeah,
like.
because apparently originally, like when you feel the pain, so when he first gets stabbed, he screams like, "Oh, I just got stabbed!" But at the end of the movie, he finally ascended and doesn't feel pain anymore. So it's like, yeah, you have to watch the entire movie just for him to be the Crow for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, and it's
why watch
like
that?
my guy. Again, Brandon Lee was such a good performance in the original. I know we already talked about it, but like
Yeah, yeah.
one thing that somebody brought up was that I liked is that he felt very human. He felt like a normal guy that just got has got everything. He got killed and he's lost the love of his life. And so, as a viewer, being able to connect with the actors and the characters that you're showing is a huge thing in
Yeah,
writing a good
that's
script.
true.
And it's like that's why a lot of movies, because again, a lot of the times, like I mean, a few movies this year have had bad scripts for real, had bad character work, and the reason why is it's not relatable, and that comes from corporates deciding what's relatable and what's not, and that to me is just like it's
Again, it's just you can't let. Why is a group of people that are out of touch with the world running shit? That is just simple as that. It's they don't know the audience. That's the biggest. Again, Minecraft. They do not know the audience on why they.
isn't
making
Minecraft
it.
the best-selling game of all time?
It's
might
top.
be.
It's top. It's definitely top 3.
I think Tetris.
Tetris. I'm thinking Tetris or some shit. Like something. It's definitely a simpler game above Minecraft, but
Isn't
Minecraft
that-
is up
wait,
there.
first let's start because I think Minecraft is like we did like a tier list once as like not on the podcast, it's like just as in our free time. You put Minecraft as like one of the best games of all time.
It is. It's not. I mean, like here's the thing. When it comes to games I've played over the years and games I've loved over the years, I still play Minecraft. Again, that's the thing. I still go back to Minecraft. I've been playing this shit since I was in fucking middle school, and I'm over here still playing it every now and then because you know the 2 week.
As somebody
the
who used
2 week
to
binge
clown it
spree.
as a kid's game,
It's not a kids game. It's a very
well, somebody did describe it to me in a way where it's like very few games allow you the creativity to really do what you want and explore and create something and then destroy it and then create it again. And then it's like very few games give you the freedom to do that. And
Yeah.
so like I look at it as like okay, it's no different than I guess The Sims or I guess like yeah, like I get that because one of my favorite parts of games is like making a character or like you know
It's just the creativity. You can be creative
Yeah.
in Minecraft. You can do what you really
Yeah.
want. If you like making shit or building shit, you can make and build anything in Minecraft essentially. So it's like again, it gets you.
What's
It's a
the
good
difference? Like,
fixation. It's a good fixation.
there's creative mode and survivalist mode. There's the creative mode mean like dude turned on creative mode like that shit where you can
or
just fly around essentially
yeah.
like
Do that too, yeah, as well.
Yeah.
It's a game you can't get tired of. But if you do get tired of it, you can put it down. But then the craving or like the need of wanting to play it again will always come back to you, and it's always came back to me. Like I
Some
haven't
guy
played it in years, and then
recreated-
just I start playing it again.
some guy recreated Disney in Minecraft.
Oh, you can recreate everything. They recreated Death Star. They fucking recreated fucking the Titanic.
But like as someone who lives in Florida and has been to Disney many times, it was really odd to see somebody again, same thing with Roblox. They did it and they're doing it in Roblox now. They're recreating it's like, oh yeah, this is the line for the
Spider. I saw the Spider-Man game. I saw someone
I was
waiting in
like,
line for the
what
Spider-Man
the
one in
fuck?
Universal.
And then I saw him like that's the Spider-Man game from Universal.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
like,
crazy.
what the
Like
fuck?
people really like have like a want and a need to go, but they can't go, and it's just like right down to like it's like we're in Florida, so it's like damn, it's like
That is something that like
Yeah.
again it's very like I guess selfish, like looking in instead of looking out is like damn like
people want
I mean-
to go there their entire lives and still maybe haven't yet to go there, and we've been there plenty of
that
times.
is crazy. That is
Yeah.
something we take for granted that we live like in I mean,
Proximity
live
of
next
it. Yeah.
They're opening a new park, Epic now.
Epic
They're
Universe.
opening a new park.
That shit looks
They're
cool.
gonna have. They're gonna have. I think
Mario World.
It's gonna Mario, How to Train Your Dragon.
It's gonna be the biggest Mario World, and that's the thing. It's gonna be bigger than the one in fucking California and Japan combined. It's gonna be way bigger. It's gonna be.
My
Crazy.
God, they're gonna have a new Harry Potter section too.
Yeah, exactly. That I can't never get enough of Harry Potter. People say, "Oh, why Harry Potter?" But I don't know. Give me more Harry Potter to me.
Yeah, I don't get. I mean, it's like the first book series I read as a kid where I
Yeah.
felt like I challenged myself as a reader.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I was reading these books when I was in the 4th grade. Like that was considered like way above my reading level. So I read it just to like prove like, yo, I'm reading above my shit. Like, yo,
Yeah, that's
so
fun.
get out of here with them 100-page books, bro. I'm on like page 300, bro. Like, fuck you talking about? Like that to me, like as a kid, like,
Yeah.
and then I don't know, just that's where I guess where my nerdum started. I guess was with that and Star Wars. So I'll always have a
that is
personal
Star Wars,
connection.
always.
I will always have a personal connection to Star Wars and Harry Potter because that's where it started for me. That's where me nerding
The
out
fandoms,
about a fantasy and this and that, and then it translated to to Fallout with video games, and then it just went from there. Now it's like I'm into so much different shit now. So it's one
And
thing
most
that
of our fucking childhood shit is fucking ruined, but hey, fuck it though.
hey man, they ruined Linkin Park for me. We can't have anything anymore, bro.
Linkin Park. That's that.
Do I open up this can of worms right now? Listen,
I mean, shit. That's a passion that you have, man. How do you feel? Because compared to what you said me this thing about Linkin Park getting a new singer. Because I figured after his
died.
death, I thought it
Bennington-
over. I thought Chester Bennington died. I thought they ended it. I was like, all
He
right,
died a long time ago. He only died like 7 years ago. Wasn't that long ago at all?
exactly. I thought they
2017.
ended it, but you sent
Dad,
me a
the singer X
TikTok.
died.
You sent me a TikTok about it, and it's like apparently they have a new lead singer. And what's your thought on that, man?
First off, I just want to say before you get on me about being so passionate about this, he died the same year X died. All right, this is very huge to me. All right,
I never downplayed it. I'm just saying
Linkin
that
Park.
I'm surprised
was
they
my first-
continued it.
Linkin Park was my first rock band. I know some people don't even classify them as rock. They're like alternative rock, but my mom was into Linkin Park, and so Linkin Park is what I grew up on. Linkin Park was the first heavy rock or rock that I ever got into, and I grew up on that shit. And yeah, their newer shit before he passed wasn't the best, but man, the first 3 or 4 albums were solid for me, bro. I go back and listen to them nonstop, and as a person who's into rock music, that's something that I've always went back to is Linkin Park. I always will go back to Linkin Park, the Deftones, to Bring Me the Horizon, because that's what I grew up on. It's my personal connection. And so when he died, first of all, Chester Bennington, and this is my opinion, best rock vocalist of all time.
All time, okay.
All time. I don't get out of here with the fucking AC/DC. Get out of here with the fucking Metallica. I don't give a fuck about none of that. His range, the ability to scream, the ability to sing. He's my favorite of all time. My list goes him, Chris Cornell, and then Corey Taylor. Best vocalist of all time. That's my
Any
opinion.
of them? All right, cool.
Chris Cornell is Audio Slave and
Okay.
Soundgarden, and Corey Taylor is Slipknot.
All right, Slipknot. All right.
Which, I mean, for screams and deep, that crazy fucking screaming and shit, I always go to Corey Taylor for that. But again, they replaced him, which I hate the word replaced because a lot of fans will come out and say they're not replacing him, they're just continuing on the band. No,
Yeah, that's a replacement.
they replaced him.
Yeah, that's a
It's like
replacement.
that is the word to use when you take one thing away, whether it be through a tragedy or difference of opinions, and you plug a new thing in. It is a replacement. And one thing, because again, everyone knows Linkin Park is there's 2 vocalists. There's Mike Shinoda and there's Chester Bennington. Mike Shinoda does all the rapping and the DJ, not the DJing, but he does a lot of the rapping bits. And Chester Bennington was there for the screaming and the singing. And Mike Shinoda's still well alive, and he's as much as Linkin Park as Chester Bennington was. And he wanted to continue it on, and he thought a female lead singer was a good idea. Listen,
He thought.
female lead singer is a great idea.
Yeah.
I was pushing for Bonnie Fraser from Stand Atlantic to be a lead singer. She's obviously in a band. But this girl, Emily Armstrong, is also in a band named Dead Sarah. That's her name, Dead Sarah, which is a weird name for a band. But probably why she probably shouldn't have probably stayed in her own fucking lane. But listen, listen.
You got beef with this good lady, okay?
Listen. I'm gonna get this out the way right now.
Oh boy, here we go.
They have new music with her.
Yeah.
They have announced a new album. They have released a new song with her. That song is good. Her singing her own shit is good.
Okay.
Her singing Chester Bennington shit, trash. Actual fucking, like, it's not good. And I hate that Linkin Park fans are gaslighting themselves and saying, oh, this is good, this is good, this is good. Bro, you go from watching her to watching Chester Bennington. Chester Bennington's a guy. And he's got a higher voice than she does. Like, I don't know. Like he's got a better voice than she does. Like, when they said woman,
end of the day,
when they said a woman, I was like, that's such a great idea because Chester Bennington's range is so out there for men. Like, it's not really easy for that. Like, that would work. And then I would see covers online, and I get it, they're covers, they're not in front of a live audience, because all I have to go off of is their first big performance was live on Apple Music, and it was, you know, it was live. And it was her first live performance with their band too. So I'm gonna cut her some slack because it's the first live performance.
No one they chose was going to be better than him or a replacement of him. That was going to be a lose-lose either way.
I will admit this: some bands have replaced lead singers and have been just fine.
Really?
Like, if not for nothing, nope. Some people don't know this, but Slipknot, their first singer was not Corey Taylor. Their first singer was a different guy, and Corey Taylor came and is now Slipknot. He's now the lead singer. He's been the lead singer since the first album going on forward. But again, a great example is Journey. Journey, when Steve Perry left them, you know, Don't Stop Believing, like that band, Journey. They got I forget his name, but they got a new guy. He's Filipino, and he's amazing. He's just as good as the original lead singer was. I would say even better. That's my hot take. But most bands, they replace singers. It's not the same. But again, if it's not the same, then make a new band. Make a new band, make a new name, and just a lot of bands do that. Slaves did that. When they got rid of their lead singer, they made a new band called it was called like something City. Well, it's a new band now. I don't fucking remember. I remember Slaves.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why he kept Linkin Park. The name Linkin Park, because if he would have branched off by himself, I don't think he would have gotten much recognition. That's why
he has Fort Minor's like his rapping shit that he did. But
Wait, what?
It's called Fort Minor.
Oh,
this is like, yeah. Remember the name? You know, 10% luck, 20% skill. You know that song? You remember that shit?
You barking up the wrong tree on this one, man. I don't know.
Okay, anyway, that's Fort Minor. Anyway,
never heard of that before.
Listen, Emily Armstrong, don't listen to me. Don't listen to the haters. Keep doing what you're doing because they clearly chose you, and you're their future now, and you're Linkin Park's future. And
how old is the other guy? Because I thought Linkin Park has been around since like 2004. So like, what's going on there?
2001.
Jesus Christ! Like, you don't think like after maybe 15 years you'd be like, let's call it quits?
Yeah, but that's like asking a painter to stop painting. Asking an artist to stop making art is hard.
Okay, maybe
only
not.
47.
Okay, maybe then evolving then, like changing it up.
This is an evolution now. This is the future. This is the future, Terrell. It's Emily Armstrong, Mike Shinoda.
It's not letting go. It's not letting go. Is what it is.
Just hearing her sing "Numb" and hearing her sing "In the End," and just thinking like,
doesn't sit right with you.
Man, I've heard karaoke better than that, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I've heard my drunk aunt sing karaoke better than that shit, bro. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't. Again, it's not. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. I've seen other people have my same opinion on the internet. But that's the internet. People have similar opinions. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I wanted to branch out into music because it's something that we haven't really talked about yet on this podcast, and we've talked about it
not at all
a lot.
Not at all.
We've talked about the Drake and Kendrick beef, but like, again, that's not really our like forte.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you because like, we're super passionate about music just as much as we are film and video games. So I wanted to talk to you about like, what are like the three big artists, like if somebody had to like, because I feel like I already know the answer, but if you had to describe like your music taste in like three different artists, what would it be?
It will be Woodkid, Childish Gambino, and see, that's the third one. I'm not really too sure to be.
Just start naming shit. You don't have to pick three. Just start naming shit.
There we go. Bones Team Sesh. So like, Woodkid, Childish Gambino,
Vancouver Sleep Clinic.
Vancouver Sleep Clinic. Damn, that's an oldie. I haven't really listened to them much, but I used to be fucking. I mean, I love them. Vancouver Sleep Clinic. Jai Paul. What's it? J Paul.
J Paul. Yeah.
J Paul. What's it called? Kavinsky, the Night Call guy.
Yeah.
I love synthwave. Again, I like Blade Runner, so like very synth heavy music. I like. There's this Russian band. I forgot what they're called, but it's very synthwave, like Perfect Girl type shit.
But you said your favorite artist is Woodkid.
Yeah, Woodkid. Oh yeah, that's 100% one of my favorites.
How would you describe Woodkid? Because some people,
I'd say he's chamber chamber folk or chamber pop. I think it's more like
His most
very
popular song is still probably "Run Boy Run." It's probably still
yeah. People probably heard it was in the as recent as I think the Umbrella
Umbrella
Academy.
Academy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like it definitely like again he's more like, again chamber funk. It's more like
I'll be
orchestral,
honest with you.
like
We
cinematic type moves.
we did a whole review of his album when he dropped S16.
Ecstasy S16. Jesus Christ.
S16,
Yeah.
and I listen. That was like my first like really introduction to him because I had heard a few songs from here and there.
I thought you listened
recently
to
went back-
Golden Age.
I kind of listened to the
Oh,
Golden
Golden
Age.
Age. Okay.
But then I like after that, since then, I listened to all of Golden Age, and I remember you kept saying like, "I love this album, it's perfect."
Yeah.
All right, I still think Golden Age is a better album, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this album's really good though. And I went back to the Golden Age, and I'm like, damn.
It's his
I would say
first
the
fucking
best way to
album,
describe
bro.
Woodkid is a very melancholy,
Very melancholy.
like, but I love that both of his albums have themes because Golden Age is clearly about love,
Yeah.
and S16 is about addiction.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's about him dealing with well, heartbreak, I guess. I love heartbreak, and then X16 is about addiction and heartbreak. It's always heartbreak.
I'll just say it.
It's
I'll
very,
just say it.
Yeah, melancholy.
I'm gonna just come out and say it. Gay men just write good love songs. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll just say it. I'll just say it. I mean, I don't care. Take offense to that if you want, but gay men write good love songs. I don't know why, but they do. A lot of my favorite love songs are written by gay men.
It's
In this shirt.
in this shirt.
In this shirt.
In this shirt is good. In this shirt.
So fucking good.
I mean,
mean-
Mystery of Love. You know, like it's
By
like,
Sufjan Stevens.
yeah, it's like
Fucking
something about. I don't know what it really is like. I don't know what it is. It's maybe the lyric writing, but it feels very. I don't know. Damn.
As someone who's straight, I don't know, bro.
Shit, I don't see. That's the thing. I don't know. Like I don't know.
I don't know what it's like because they damn, bro. Like that's my guy. I Love You by Woodkid. So fucking good.
Yeah, that is fucking. Oh my
Hearing him talk about his breakups in S16, pretty much saying like In Your Likeness is such a really good melancholy song like
I'm
that.
not
where
made
it's
in your
like,
likeness. You're not made
like
for
who
my
like
darkness.
like
Yeah.
who like I ain't
came
never
up
know
with
straight guy
shit?
said that. I ain't never know straight guy. I'm not made in your likeness. Like what the fuck? Like I don't know, bro. Go listen to Woodkid. Give him a chance. Maybe he's not your cup of tea.
100%.
Maybe he's not your cup of tea. In that case, whatever.
You're wrong, but hey, that's okay though. Everyone can have their opinions, but
Listen.
I love Woodkid. Again, that's my goal. I need to see his concerts live eventually. I have to see that, man. Him, Childish Gambino, like that. I think that's the reason why I love him and Childish so much. Is because their talent and art expands to more than just one thing and one thing alone. Because
Yeah, Woodkid's a really good film director as
exactly.
well.
Like, a lot of people, when it comes to artists, they stick to one thing and one thing alone. Childish can act, write music,
Direct.
perform, direct his fucking ass off. Woodkid can he is the orchestrator. He's the orchestrator. He literally is some fucking Mozart type shit. But he can also sing, write, and also direct music videos. And also again, Kojima, one of my favorite creatives as well. It's like when they at their peak, they can literally make anything good because they're so well at expressing their art. They can put it into every.
I mean, a
fucking
true
facet.
art is creation.
Exactly, the true like artist.
That's
and it's
what
like,
that's
I
what
wanna be
Marilyn
that,
Manson.
you know?
Marilyn Manson had like again, it's so weird thinking like looking at some guy with like white face
Manson.
paint, a blue eye, and like some weird looking like get up and thinking like I can't learn shit from this fucking guy. But then hearing him talk so like sophisticatedly and being like art is like a question mark to me and like it's not really an answer. And I feel like for someone who isn't religious, it's the closest thing I have to like a god. Because what is God? God is creation. Art to me is creation.
Art is the creation.
like-
That's the best way of viewing it. But
And
my religion
and
is
to
like
me-
creation art.
And yeah, and to me, it's like the closest thing I have to that. And like, I'm like, didn't you just talk about like again, it's Marilyn Manson. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's talking about like
Again,
he just
a
it's
true
like it's,
artist is an artist in every fashion, in everything they make. It's art. That's what I. That's,
I mean, some of the best
yeah.
artists in our like Leonardo da Vinci didn't just paint.
Yeah,
He also
exactly.
fucking created shit. I mean, it's
An
I don't know. I guess
inventor
my
and
favorite.
stuff.
It's so crazy you saying that and then me saying what I'm about to say right now. My favorite three are let's say
Fucking
Lil Baby, Lil
Eminem.
Baby, yeah, Eminem. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, if you like rap as your main genre, that's totally fine. Just like rap in any genre, there's different styles of it.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm a rock guy. I think right now, currently what I'm listening to, if you had to describe my personality, is Slipknot.
Man,
Slipknot's there right now. I love Slipknot. I love heavy, angry music sometimes.
I gotta be in a very, very specific mood for that one.
I'm always in that mood, bro.
Okay.
I'm always angry.
All
I'm just
right.
kidding.
All right.
No, I'm just joking. I think honestly, I love Deftones when I was growing up, and I think this recent TikTok boom of like their songs just being everywhere, Loki got me back into them, and I just like can't get enough of it right now.
Deftones
Like
is
it's yeah, Deftones is really good, and I'd say I'll throw a wild one out there because I don't want to just sound basic as fuck. Because I guess Slipknot and Deftones sound a little bit basic, but I am a rock guy. I do love rock, and I don't, I don't know. Why I'm looking at I'm not looking at Spotify. Let me look at my Apple Music here.
Apple Music nowadays is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Honestly, I would say that from like some of my top listen artists, I have been listening to more baby metal, but I wouldn't say that describes my personality at all. Baby metal is not.
An interesting day.
I love the idea of something very heavy and angry being fronted by something so cute and lovable. I think that's a very interesting concept that I only feel like that's just very interesting. I don't know, like you would look at that and be like, that's fucking stupid. But then it's like,
nah, them girls got talent. Definitely, they be fucking screaming.
you know what? I'll just go ahead and say I'll say Deftones, Slipknot, and currently right now, I guess Kings of Leon. I don't know. Bro.
Kings
I always
of
go,
Leon. Oh my god.
I always go. I don't know. Call me a basic bitch, bro, but I listen to a lot of different shit. But I always go back to my guy. I can't say that when I have like 6 full albums of them on my phone. I can't say like. I can't say like, damn, I have like 3 of their vinyls. I can't sit there and be like, damn, I like them a little bit.
They're your Taylor Swift for real.
They are my Taylor Swift, 100%. That's the white in me is that's where my white side comes out. It's Kings of Leon, because just I don't know, Caleb Follow Hill's voice is just I don't know. It's like smooth whiskey. I don't know. It's just amazing.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, it's
at the end of the year, I want to go through our recap.
Top 10s?
Like, yeah. Or what our most listened to songs, because I think that'll be interesting.
This year, I really do wonder what it is going to be. I'm not really sure what my top anything is going to be, because I think this year only really listen to like a certain playlist with certain artists. So I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. It's going to be a lot of synthy shit in it. That's all I know. But
probably look this year when we look back though. I hope that there's not many games left to come out, and not a lot of movies left to come out either. So I just hope that next year's gonna cook.
Next year, games is gonna cook. Movies too, I think. Yeah, movies.
I think
too.
next year is gonna be one of the best
of content,
in video
boys. A lot of content.
I think next year will be the best year in video games since 2018.
2018.
God of War.
Ragnarok.
That was God of War. No, the original God of War. That was God of War. That was Red Dead Redemption 2. That was Detroit Become Human. That was Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that was.
A lot of really good fucking games came out in 2018.
Yeah.
So that to me is the best year in video gaming in my lifetime. It's 2018. That and 2012.
Yeah, we got really a lot to look forward to. I mean, even for the rest of the year, I still think we got what should we call it? Space Marines. It just came out. We still gotta check that one out. That looks fucking crazy.
I don't know why. Whenever I look at that, I just think like, what a wonderful day.
Oh, what a wonderful day.
What a wonderful day. Like just for the Emperor. Yeah. Like
it's literally like whatchamacallit, not Space Marine, Helldivers replacement. Even though the way I see it when it comes to gameplay, it's definitely more Gears of War. It's kind of like Gears of War, and the shit looks good. So definitely
it's gotten really positive reviews so far for the early release that's been out that people have been playing. But I mean, shit, we're gonna get it. We're gonna play it. Next
more
podcast.
Movies coming out. Yeah, we'll definitely let you guys know. Still want to do the late night show. Thinking about that, not the late night. I'm talking about the film show where we react to. We're gonna be in Discord. Maybe eventually going live with it and reacting to any bad movies. Well, right now we're gonna stick to bad superhero movies and then branch out from there. I'm thinking
Madam Web's a good place to start.
Madam Web's a good place. Yeah.
That's considered the worst. It came out this year.
There's a lot of
Borderlands was so bad it made us forget about Madam Web came out this year.
That is true. So I mean, we got Madam Web, Borderlands, we got fucking a whole lot more, but we got a lot of stuff planned. It's exciting, If you guys made it this far, thanks for watching. You can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. The Nerdvana podcast. We're on everywhere. Instagram.
feel free to let us know what else you guys want to hear us talk about. I mean, we try to branch out. We're trying to like narrow ourselves into too much of a category.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Whatever you want to talk about, want us to talk about, or want to know about us, let us know. Even about guests, if you have, someone you think that can fit, this vibe as a guest, let us know about that. Let them know, and
yeah.
we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Peace.
All right. Take care, guys.